Welcome to the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. Boy, the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. Today, a top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Boise State Broncos, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The offense set for a first down play. From the gun, the ground game. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The Broncos will hustle to the line. Looking to move it through the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Now the toss. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. You're not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. First down here for the offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He wants to throw. Coming after it. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On the ground, it's Henderson. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. To the air, it's Howard. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. Line gets set, first down. The give to the back.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Firing to the right, complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Still on his feet at the 45. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Broncos headed quickly to the line. He wants to pass it on second down. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got it. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Goes to the option. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. What will the offense dial up on third and goal? On the option. The pitch. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Broncos. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They marched 72 yards, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Offense gets set for second down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Quarterback checking off. Back to throw, it's Howard. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Wide receiver shows motion. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs, we got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this third down. It could come back to bite them.
A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. All wideouts, no backs. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got him wide open. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. It's caught. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. The Broncos want to pick up the tempo. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. They stop him short of the marker. They'll turn it over on down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Howard. Zings it complete to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Flushed out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Wide out in motion. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Catch in the middle, it's Henderson. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. Oh, look out! Touchdown, Ohio State! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
And the extra point is good. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. They get to him as he throws. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Fires the pass, intercepted. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the 1st half.
That's the end of the 1st half with the game tie.
And the Broncos will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. Fair catch called for and made. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Fights off a defender. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Dropping back, it's Howard. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Oh, man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. Motion from the offense. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
He's back to throw on second down.
And a lot of times you want...
Throws toward the end zone. And the pass is intercepted. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And again, that's the cardinal sin, playing the quarterback position, rolling out to the left as a righty and then trying to throw it back into the middle of the field. You're just making it too easy on the defense. You might complete one of those every 10 tries. Just not a good decision.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Henderson. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
Looking to throw, it's Howard. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's open. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Here we go. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down for this offense. They think there's room to run to the right here. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves to change for the first down. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. Trying to pound it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. Let's see what he can do with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Okay, 1 possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Powers through the defender. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Right down the middle. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
1st down here for the offense. The give from the gun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback takes a knee. This was hardly an offensive juggernaut, but sometimes you lean on your defense and grind out a win.
This was a defensive struggle, no doubt about it, but we know this is a team game, and the defense certainly did what they needed to do. The offense just barely did enough. That's the important part, and David, moving forward, they're going to have to play better on that side of the ball.
I think it looked more like an offensive struggle, not a defensive struggle. They definitely brought their